Hello, everyone out there in Rumble, X, and YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego, and today we're going to continue talking about Mean Girls. That's right, Mean Girls, your favorite chick flick from 2004. Yeah, I don't like it. It's shit. It is. It is. No way around that. But I'm not just going to tell you why I don't like it. Okay, I'm going to tell you the reasons. Okay, why this movie fails. Okay, now I get it. I mean, it's the genre. All movies are meant to evoke emotion. Okay, they want you to empathize with the main characters. They want you to understand what the main character is going through. Okay, so you, like, by proxy, you're feeling the same emotions that the characters in the movie are feeling. Okay, the best movies have a lot of emotion in them. Okay, but they also have a lot of smarts in them. Okay, like the script has got to be smart. It's got to make sense from a logical point of view. Things have to match up. It's like math. Okay, 4 times 4 has got to equal 16. Okay, there's no way around that. Okay, so everything has to fall into its place. You see what I'm saying? Okay, everything has to make sense. Okay, from the analytical part of your brain and also from the emotional part of your brain. The best movies have those two things, but they also have something creative, something nuanced. Okay, something avant-garde. Okay, something that we're not used to seeing. Okay, and you put that on there, and that makes people fall in love with something they didn't even know that they needed to fall in love with. Okay, those are the best movies out there. Mean Girls is nowhere near that level of filmmaking. Okay, nowhere near that level. That's like fucking Citizen Kane and Gone with the Wind. All right. This movie's nowhere near that, all right? And it's not trying to be, so I get that, okay? It's just a chick flick made for teeny bopper girls, okay, that they fell in love with it and they just fucking kept watching it over and over again. It's the typical type of chick flick rom-com movies that I review on this channel, okay? I give you a straight man's point of view, okay? And I actually, for those of you who don't like me, maybe you think I'm a chauvinist or a sexist or whatever, I don't give a fuck what you think about me, okay? I'm here to tell you what your boyfriend's not gonna tell you, what your husband's not gonna tell you, what your dad didn't tell you, okay? Because I have nothing to gain by lying to you. Okay, you should be listening to me. All right, because I'm going to tell you the truth. All right, I'm not going to lie to you. I'll talk to you like I talk. I'll give you the respect. Okay, I'll talk to you like I talk to a fucking guy. All right, I'm not trying to hide nothing. Okay, I'm not trying to fucking seduce you or none of that fucking shit. I'm not trying to get in your pants. I'm telling you the honest God truth of what I think about this movie, because the guys, okay, that are in your life, they're probably not going to tell you the truth because they don't want to hurt your feelings or they don't want you mad at them. And that's it right there. Okay. Well, you don't have to worry about that with me. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. All right. You can hate me all you want. I don't care. All right. I'm still going to tell you what I think about this movie, and a lot of guys agree with me. Now they're going to tell you that, but a lot of guys agree with me. But I'm not just going to tell you I don't like it. I'm going to tell you why I don't like it, why it doesn't make sense. Okay. For me, from my point of view, okay, I'm not speaking for all men, but from my point of view, okay, I want a movie that's going to stimulate my analytical mind, but it's also going to stimulate my emotional mind as well. Okay, I want both. Okay, and if you can throw in something new on there, okay, something nuanced, okay, so much the better. Okay, but I got to look at it from that way. Okay, now I have liked a lot of shitty movies before. Of course I have. And one of the best movies I've ever seen is Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. All right, and I don't give a shit what you say. Okay, I will love that movie until the day I'm dead. All right. What the fuck? That makes me not know. Okay, but I know it's shit. I know that movie's shit. It's because that movie is shit that I like it so much. It's such bad filmmaking. Everything about it is just wrong. Okay, it's trying to catch up to the. I mean, breakdancing. They didn't even realize that breakdancing was dead by the time the movie came out, right? So that's already a strike against it right there. Okay, the soundtrack it's okay, but it's breakdancing was dead. What the fuck? Okay. The acting was terrible, the story was terrible, but everybody looked like they were having fun making it. Okay, nobody was trying to win an Academy Award. The people that wrote the movie they were just as a cash grab. Oh, breakdancing is cool. Let's make a film about it. Let's write a fucking so they crank out a screenplay real quick. By the time the movie finally got produced, breakdancing had come and gone. It was already gone. All right, nobody gave a shit. But even that makes the movie funny. And this is and I mean that's like the first one. Okay? Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. That's the second one. What the fuck? You see what I mean? It's like making a disco movie in 1981. Like, you missed the fucking train, dude. Like 2 years ago. It went away. It was gone already, So the timing is a part of it. Okay? And so, like, you can love a movie that's terrible because it's so bad that it's entertaining. Okay, if you've ever seen something like Plan 9 from Outer Space, maybe you probably never even heard of that movie. Okay, but you do know who Johnny Depp is. Okay, you do know he made a movie in the 90s called Ed Wood. And you probably saw that movie. Okay, that's the movie about Ed Wood Jr. Okay, he's famously one of the worst film directors that ever lived, one of the worst filmmakers that ever lived. But there was nothing like mean about him. Okay, there's nothing malicious about him. He was just very untalented, but he thought he was talented. And he managed to get some people to give him some money to make a movie, and he made some of the movies that were so terrible that he thought he was Citizen Kane. He thought he was Orson Welles, okay? But these movies were so bad that they were funny. And his masterpiece was Plan 9 from Outer Space, okay? A movie about aliens. The aliens look just like Americans, okay? And then their spaceship consisted of a table with a bunch of weird-looking machinery with an electric cord underneath that was plugged into a socket. I mean, the movie was so bad, but the movie did not realize how bad it was. Okay, everyone played it straight, like this was serious high art. This is drama, and which it clearly wasn't. Okay, but that's what makes it so funny is that all these people in the movie are acting like this is real, like it's nothing to fuck around with. This is like we're serious. This is a serious drama here. Okay, and it's not. Okay, it was schlock. It was stupid. Okay, even the kids could see right through it and thought it was dumb. Okay, but that's the beauty of it. Okay, so every once in a while you get a movie so bad that it's actually good. Okay, this movie Mean Girls doesn't fall into either one of those categories. It's not high art, and it's not so bad that it's entertaining. It's like somewhere in the middle. Okay, now the movie succeeds on the emotional side of the brain. Okay, it gets the emotions. Okay, it gets the nostalgia. Okay, most of you remember high school. You remember it was like the popular girls, all the fucking cattiness, all the drama, all the teen romance bullshit that you see on the CW and, those chick shows, One Prick Hill and, Gilmore Sluts and, Ever Woody and, all those fucking, the OC, all that fucking crap that girls love to watch, Dawson's Crack, that kind of shit, yeah. That girls used to like to watch and stuff over and over again, even my generation, we had 90210, okay? You want to talk about bad? 902, yes, I had the sideburns. That's how bad it was. Oh my god, I'm embarrassed. But the point is that this movie appeals to the emotions. It appeals to that immature part of your brain. Okay, and so in that level, it succeeds. Okay, but I need more from my movie. I can't just have that. Okay, you want to do something like that? There's fucking Saved by the Bell. That's a no-brainer. Okay, check your brain at the door. Just watch a fucking episode. It's all about who looks good, the audience clapping during certain scenes. Everyone's hair is perfectly gelled and shit. Their clothes are all brand new. Name brand. It's fuck that noise. Nobody curses or stuff. Come on, that's not high school. All right. I look at this that way, and it's not trying to be Saved by the Bell. It's trying to be something better than that, but I look at it like it's Saved by the Bell because it just doesn't make sense. Okay, so much of this drama here is fabricated, and you can see it. It's like watching a puppeteer pull. You can see the strings being pulled. You can see exactly why things happen, and it doesn't happen because the story has script agreement. The story makes sense. It happens because it's convoluted. Okay, it's supposed to happen. Okay, because you can't get to the next scene unless something happens. Something that makes no sense, that we didn't see coming at all. Okay, it's just there. It has to happen so that you can move on to the next scene. You see what I mean? Katie has to become one of the plastiques in order to become a mean girl herself. That has to happen. Okay? The way that happens is completely unbelievable. But it has to happen. So instead of writing a good reason for her to get inducted into the plastiques, okay? We're just gonna put her in there because of this, boom, she's in. That's all that fucking matters, okay? And when you do that in a movie, okay, you take me out of the movie. Now I'm like, okay, shit, so I can't use my logical brain in this movie, okay? Because this makes no sense. How would a girl that's never been in public school before, that's never, just came from Africa for Christ's sake, never been in public school, been homeschooled her whole life, goes to high school for the very first time, and on her third day there, she becomes one of the most popular girls in school. How did that happen? Give me a good enough reason to explain to me why that happened. Because if that happened to her for a girl that never went to high school before in a public school, then how come there's not 36 fucking plastiques in that school? Because there's a lot of girls in there. I'm sure a lot of them are pretty. We don't get to see them, but I'm sure a lot of them are gorgeous. And they're not in the plastiques. The only girls we see other than the plastiques and Katie, and Janice are like fat girls and crippled girls and shit. And Asian girls that don't speak any English. Like, what the fuck is that? That's not typical high school. There's lots of beautiful girls in high school. Okay? Like, why aren't they being allowed into the plastics? Why was only Katie being allowed? A girl that has is not familiar with hanging out with other girls. You see what I mean? That makes no sense. That takes me out of the movie. How am I supposed to believe the rest of the movie if I can't even believe the premise? See, that's what I'm talking about here. That's the problem I have with Mean Girls. Okay? Everything falls apart that way. Okay, Tina Fey wrote the script. Okay, she gives herself a role in the movie. She's Miss Norsberry. She's the moderator. She's the adult that pumps some common sense, that pushes some common sense into these girls. You know, kind of teach them little lessons about life. Okay, well, of course she's gonna give herself that role. She wrote the fucking screenplay. She based it on her own experiences as a rich, white, privileged girl in growing up in Pennsylvania, one of the suburbs in Pennsylvania. You know, so it's like, you know, she gives herself that role to, you know, so that she can be like the adult one. Okay, like, okay, this is what you want to aspire to be. You want to aspire to be me. Be me, okay? Yeah, I got problems. You know what? I got my shit together. No one else in this fucking movie has their shit together, but I got my shit together, so you need to pay attention to me. Even the principal doesn't have his shit together, okay? Even the fucking other teachers don't, okay? The parents don't. The students don't. None of the boys do either, okay? And no, don't give me fucking Aaron knows what the fuck. Aaron doesn't know a goddamn thing, okay? For a guy who's supposed to be the most popular guy in school, he's a fucking dumbass. He's a fucking dumbass. Okay, he can't even tell that his fucking bitchy girlfriend is cheating on him. Like, he can't even suspect that. Like, he's completely unaware of that, even though the bitch fucking dumped him before. He already knows she's not trustworthy. He already knows she's a fucking lying cunt. But he takes her back anyway, and then he's shocked to find out that she's fucking around him. Come on. That doesn't happen to the popular guys at school. That happens to the fucking lower guys at school. Okay, the majority of the guys at school, but he's not the majority. He's the hot stud. He's the fucking Mount Everest of this movie. He's the fucking, the peak of the mountain that every fucking hot girl in the school wants to climb and fuck. A guy like that, is this stupid? Are you kidding me? A guy like that would have his pick of girls. He wouldn't give a shit. He wouldn't get with Regina. He'd fuck her and then fuck someone else. Let's get real here. We can't have that in this movie because you gotta have the drama. You see what I mean? You got to have a motivating thing a motivating factor for Katie to want to infiltrate the Plastiques, to want to get revenge on Regina, to want to take over and dismantle them. You know, well, she was supposed to dismantle them. She ended up joining them. Okay, and ousting the leader. Okay, so it's like all this stuff is all fucking convoluted and stupid. It's stupid. Okay, and it throws me out of it. Okay, this could have been a great story. It could have been a great movie if they'd make it more believable. Make the Plastiques smart. Oh my God, how's that, Tina Fey? Why don't you make the bad guys smart, hence making them formidable? Make it difficult for Katie to infiltrate them. Make it difficult for Katie to oust the leader. Make it difficult for her. Make it a true case of David versus Goliath. Make it like that. That's drama. I want to see that movie. I don't want to see some fucking bitch come in from Africa and take over the school within 3-4 days. That's not realistic. How am I supposed to relate to a girl like that? How am I supposed to feel sorry for her when she has a setback? She has no setbacks. She's goddamn Rey Skywalker from the fucking Star Wars movie. She just walks right in there and takes over all that fucking shit. Okay, with almost no resistance at all. No resistance. To me, I don't give a shit about a character like that. That's not a protagonist that I want to follow. You know, and to make it worse, she becomes a bitch by the middle of the movie. She's just as bad, if not worse, than the other Plastiques. So now you've totally lost me on her. You know, I didn't care about her before. Now I fucking hate her. Okay, see what I mean? That's not a good movie. I shouldn't feel that way about the main character. Okay? I should see the main character start off from a place of good, slowly get corrupted, win by a narrow margin, and then get corrupted, and then okay, and now she's got to be fucking humbled. Now she's got to be taken down a peg. Now, not only can she see how bad it is to be a pretentious fucking stuck-up snobbish bitch in school and treat people like shit, but she can also see how easy it is to become like that. You see what I mean? Now there's a lesson to learn. That would have been a good movie. We don't get that. We don't get that. It's easy for her. Everything's easy for her. Even when she gets called out, even when she decides she's not gonna be a bitch anymore, it's easy for everyone to forgive her. What? What kind of high school is this? Is this the high school from fucking Sesame Street or some shit? Where everyone just fucking forgives you and loves each other forever? You're gonna tell me that a girl like Regina, who's been a bitch her whole fucking life, is just gonna learn forgiveness like that and start to be cool to everybody? No! That's not gonna fucking happen. And that's just one character. You can tell me all the Plastiques are like that too? Get the fuck out of here. If they were like that, they never would have been Plastiques to begin with. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm Diego, give you a straight man's point of view. Now, where we left off last time, so we can get through this fucking movie, man. Okay, so Katie decided to apologize. She apologized to Miss Norsberry, Tina Fey's character, for being the one that wrote that nasty page in the burn book, calling Miss Norsberry a drug pusher. Hence, the cops had to raid her house, okay, and look for drugs. Because even though that burn book, it's just basically just a diary. But it's a diary that was written by 4 different girls, okay? Whenever they hate somebody in school, whether it's a student or a teacher or whatever, they write something about them. They put a pic there, so they write something terrible about them, and they keep it to themselves. Big deal. There's nothing wrong with that. It's no big deal, okay? But it's just a gossip book, you know, it's like a diary. It's just like a diary, but with 4 girls doing it. Katie contributed the 1 page about Mrs. Norsberry. She wrote down Miss Norsberry was a drug pusher because Miss Norsberry said, I push people. I'm going to push you to do better at math because I know you're faking being bad at math because you like that boy that sits in front of you, you know, that kind of thing, you know? So that made her mad. That made her feel entitled. So she wrote something terrible about the teacher in there. Of course, Regina's revenge plan was to Xerox all the pages from that book and spread it around the school. And she had a huge stack of fucking Xerox copies of pages from that book. And she just started tossing them in the hallways, walking around completely unnoticed, not only by any school security or any teachers or any of the students, but also by the cameras that are in the hallway. Nobody caught her doing that. So it's a big fucking mystery as to who caused all the girls to start fighting each other in the hallway later on in the movie, okay? So that happens, and Regina is also the same girl that turned in that burn book and gave to the principal saying, I don't know who wrote it, I just found it, you know. Get the fuck out of here. It's pretty obvious, okay? But of course, the principal's too stupid to realize that. That's why he's the principal, okay? He's also fucking too stupid to talk to girls about problems, okay? He has to get Miss Norsberry to do it for him, okay? So anyway, one of the things that was in the book is that one of the coaches, not one of the female teachers, okay, which is more realistic, okay, but no, a coach, okay? You know, this teachers are like 95% women, okay? Now, when it comes to coaches for the boys, yeah, those are mostly men. Okay, so out of the 95%, it's one of the 5% that was actually having sex with a student in the fucking projection room of the school auditorium, okay, with the door unlocked during school hours, okay? No, more than likely it was one of the female teachers that was having sex with one of the 13 or 14-year-old boys. That's one of her students, and she was doing it in her fucking house when her husband was at work, because most of these teachers are married and have kids, okay? That's more realistic. That's actually what happens every fucking day, okay? Look at the news. All right. Whenever you see teachers fucking their students, it's always a female teacher doing it. Okay. It's never a fucking guy. Okay. Because most guys don't become fucking teachers or coaches in high school. Okay. I'm sorry, but it's true. Okay. Look at teachers everywhere. It's mostly women. Okay. So who do you think the sex offenders are going to be? It's going to be the women. All right. Not the guys, the women. All right. But you can't say that in a movie because that's sexist. You can't show women being bad. Not that far. Men, you can show that being bad, like the coach, of course. You know, but no, you can't have women doing that, even though realistically it would be a woman that was having sex with a student and not a man, not a male teacher. Okay, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Okay, anyway, that ended up that was in the burn book. Okay, and of course, when it happened, nobody reported it. Nobody tell the principal, hey, listen, we caught the coach having sex with a student in the projection room. Everybody knew about it. Nobody talked about it. Nobody told their parents. None of that shit happened. Okay, it wasn't until Regina walked around the school with Xerox copies of the burn book that people found out that the coach was screwing not only 1 but 2 of the Asian girls that go to school there, okay? And because that ended up being true, now the cops have to investigate every single thing that was in that burn book, including Miss Norsberry, her potential as being a drug dealer. Okay, so that's why they have to take it seriously. Okay, I guess this is fucking stupid, but you know, nobody wants to fucking look at who actually wrote this book. Nobody wants to talk about that. No one wants to talk about, you know, any of that shit, okay? Yeah. All right. And no one wants to point the finger at Regina either. Okay. Not even Katie. All right. So Regina and June, that's her mom. Okay. They get ready for the prom. Okay. Now Regina has a neck brace because she got hit by a bus. Don't even. I already talked about that like 2 videos ago. Okay. She gets hit by a bus in a school zone. Okay, while there was already a teenage girl in the middle of the fucking street that was just standing there and not moving. Yet the bus driver did not see her either. The girl that was just standing there, Okay, even though he should be doing like what, 15 miles an hour in a school zone. It's right in front of the school. He did not see Katie standing there like this. Okay, and he sure as fuck didn't see Regina marching towards her, towards the middle of the street like this. So he just fucking ran her over. And we're supposed to believe that's possible, okay? So she got her, she's in a neck brace now. So now she has to wear this neck brace for the fucking spring fling dance. Okay? Yeah, right. Okay, anyway. So one of the stipulations that Miss Norsberry had for Katie in order to earn her forgiveness for saying those lies about her in the burn book was Miss Norsberry said, in order for me to forgive you, you're going to have to join the math club. Okay, now Katie's very good at math, but she doesn't want to join it because it's social suicide in high school to be part of a nerd group like that, the math club. They don't call it the math club in the movie, they call it the mathletes. Yeah. Okay, and there's this guy in there, he's like an Indian guy, but he acts like he's fucking 50 Cent and shit. He thinks he's like a gangster rapper. Anyway, he's been pressuring her to join. She keeps saying she's going to join, but she doesn't really want to join because she wants to be one of the popular girls. Okay, but now she has to join. So she's gone. No more wearing the fucking blue and pink skirts. No more the pink shirts. You know, she's not going to have her hair done. She's not going to wear excessive makeup anymore. None of that shit. Now she's dressing down again, back to wearing the jeans and the hoodie and her hair in a ponytail with no makeup and the gym shoes. Now she's going back to that. Okay? Trying to look more natural now instead of trying to act like some princess. All right? So Katie goes to the mathletes. They have a competition. So instead of going, she's grounded now, supposedly. And by grounded, her dad said, hey, I think I'm going to ground you. Is that what they call it? Grounding? Okay. That basically means that you're grounded, but you can still do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, that's how they ground Katie in her house. All right? Yeah. I'm not making that up. All right. So anyway, Katie goes to the mathletes competition. Okay, she's not going to go to the spring fling dance, obviously, because she's in trouble, if you want to call that being in trouble. Okay, Miss Norsberry tells Katie that she'll win because the other team is ugly. Okay, so you got two teams here. They're all in their uniforms. Katie's team, her high school. Then you got another high school there. Now, the other high school, they're in their uniform. Those guys are all nerds, but they got one girl on that team. That girl is just fugly. Okay, she kind of looks like Mary Catherine Gallagher from Saturday Night Live. You know, that Molly Shannon character that she played. Okay, you know, the frumpy skirt, the big glasses, the zits, the bad hair, the bad skin, all that kind of shit, you know, the clothes that don't fit, that kind of thing. All right, so she's there, and whereas Katie's pretty, you know, so you got to have that, you know, that dichotomy right there. All right, and all the guys, all the boys on that the mathletes team on the other school, they're all unattractive as well. So that's pointed out. Okay, you got to be attractive in order for you to fucking matter in these fucking movies. All right, so Katie's dad is too stupid to realize that Katie can't go out when she's grounded. Okay, because the mom comes home, Katie's mom comes home and says, "Hey, where's Katie? Why isn't she home? I thought she was grounded." Oh, well, dear, does grounded mean that she can't go anywhere? Because I told her she can do whatever the fuck she wants. Yeah, okay. Well, the mom doesn't like that because the mom's the one with the big cock in the family. She's the one that makes all the rules. She's the one that gets upset. The dad is just a fucking, he just has a vagina. He's the beta male dad, just like all men are in these fucking chick flicks. Okay, they're all beta males, subservient to their wife. The wife is the boss. The men just fucking sit there with a dildo up their ass and they make all the money and they pay for everything. But it's the mom that has all the fucking authority. Okay, so we don't know how realistic that is in real life, isn't it? Isn't it? Of course it is, right? Okay, well, it's realistic because it's in the fucking movies. Okay, it's all Hollywood movies are that way, by the way, not just this one. All right, so, and TV shows. Okay, so Katie's dad is too stupid to realize that Katie can't go out when she's grounded. Okay, they don't even know that she's in the math competition. They don't even know that. Okay, that's kind of the kind of parents that they have. They don't even know shit. They don't know that Katie had a fucking party at their house. Well, after she lied to them and they went out of town, she had a fucking house party full of fucking drugs and cigarettes and marijuana and alcohol and orgies at the fucking house, at their house, okay, without them knowing about it. And they still don't know about it. They still don't know about it. The only thing the mom got mad about that she lost her shit over was that Katie misplaced one of her vases. She put it under the sink instead of on the mantle. That's it. Okay, I guess that earns you an ass chewing in that house. All right, but nothing else does. All right, so okay, so they didn't even know that she's in the math competition. Okay, Regina, like I said, is in a neck brace. I said that's like Rachel McAdams' character, the bitch. Okay, and she poses for a picture in her fucking neck brace. Okay, with Shane. Okay, Shane is her date. Now Shane's a football player. He plays football with Aaron. Shane is the guy that Regina was cheating on Aaron with the whole time. Okay, and Aaron too fucking stupid to realize that. All right. So anyway, so now that Aaron broke up with her so that he could start dating Katie, even though Katie was a fucking bitch and he ended up not dating her. Okay. Regina, instead of just hiding Shane behind Aaron's back, okay, she just went public with it. So, okay, so I'm just dating him now. And no sense of pretending, okay, that I'm not cheating on Aaron. Okay, she's just gonna fucking start hanging out with him from now on, all right? Okay, and so she poses for her spring fling picture with him, and of course her mom is in the background, okay, trying to get in the picture too, because her mom, played by Amy Poehler, Tina Fey's best friend, okay, she plays June George, who is Regina's mom. And the thing about her is, even though she's like 40 years old, she thinks that she's 17, and she dresses like she's 17. She acts like she's 17. She hands out fucking margaritas to the teenage girls that come to visit in her house. Okay, she allows her daughter to fuck in the master bedroom. Okay, in fact, she allows her daughter to live in the master bedroom, not the parents. And the dad, of course, because the dad is just, you won't see him once. He never says a goddamn thing. He's just this tall, fat guy who pays for everything in the fucking rich house that they live in. Okay, he paid for the fucking Lexus that Regina drives. Okay, he has absolutely no fucking authority in that household. His wife tells him what to do. He just sits there with a dick up his ass, a dildo up his ass, playing with a small cock, you know, and begging his wife to fucking maybe sometime this decade touch his penis. Okay, yeah. That's basically what it is. Like I said, every fucking father in these fucking chick flicks, every father in the fucking TV shows, it's all the same fucking shit. All right, they're all fucking beta males. Okay, they all take it up the ass. They have no authority, no masculinity, no testosterone. They just let the women fucking run the entire household. All they do is they walk in there and they pay for everything, but it's the wife that's always in charge. All right, that's typically every fucking TV show and every fucking movie. All right, not just this one. All right, and of course it goes for this family as well. All right. So she's in a neck braid. Her mom's in the background. Again, Damien is in charge of the votes for the prom queen. Now, Damien, who is the fat, tall, fat gay friend of what the fuck's her name? Janice, okay? The nerdy girl, gothic girl that fucking hates everybody. Okay, he's this tall fucking fat guy. Okay, apparently he has a lot of autonomy in this high school, okay? He's in charge of the fucking deciding, of counting all the votes for Spring Fling Queen, which of course he rigged so that his friend Janice could be one of the finalists, okay? Yeah, he did that. He also rigged it so that, what's her name? Gretchen, one of the Plastiques, could also be one of the finalists, which would put her against Regina, who's also one of the finalists. But Regina got legitimate votes, and Katie apparently got legitimate votes. Like I said, she didn't have to struggle much to become one of the most popular girls in the school, okay? But the other ones were fabricated. Janice and Gretchen, their votes were fabricated by him. He stuffed the ballots, okay, so that those four girls could be the finalists for the Spring Fling Queen competition, okay? He's completely in charge of it. No one double-checked him. Nobody checked to see if there was any ballot stuffing. There was no sort of third party to verify the votes, okay, or any of that shit. It was all run by one big, tall, fucking fat guy who just so happened to be the only friend of one of the finalists. And nobody caught that. Nobody caught that at all. Right. Okay. So anyway, he's in charge again. Of course he is. Okay, because of his integrity. Okay, for the prom queen, bullshit. Like, okay, despite the fact that everybody, by this time, the whole plot about the revenge against Regina has been out in the open now. Everybody knows about it now. Everybody knows that Katie was involved. Everyone knows that Janice was involved because she confessed to it. Okay, the teachers know. Everybody fucking knows now, okay? There's no point in hiding it anymore. You can't hide it anymore. Everybody fucking knows. But yet nobody stops to think that maybe part of the plot was to fucking stuff the ballots of this fucking Spring Fling Queen competition. Nobody thinks that was part of it. Okay, get the fuck out of here. Okay, and besides, everyone in the high school knows that Janice was the one who was responsible for coming up with the logistic, coming up with a plot to get revenge on Regina George. Janice came up with the entire plot, but she sent Katie to do it for her. Katie executed the plan, but it was Janice that came up with the plan. Everyone knows it now. The teachers know it. The principal knows it. Everybody fucking knows it now. Okay, but yet they're still going to consider Janice and Katie as runner-ups for the fucking Spring Fling Queen. Like, they're not going to withdraw them from the competition. What the fuck kind of high school is this? Yeah, all right. Like I said, this is the kind of shit that pisses me off. And I really wish you girls would think about this shit before you start telling me how fucking great this movie is. Okay? I really wish you would think about that stuff. Okay? Anyway. At the math competition, the championship, okay, it goes to sudden death. So they're tied, all right? So they decide to get the two girls to one off each other, okay? They're going to decide who wins this competition, all right? The other girl, of course, is unattractive, and Katie has this internal monologue going on, okay? She ridicules her. She calls this girl ugly. She says this girl is fucking ugly. She's not confident. You know, her glasses look like shit. Her posture is bad. Her clothes don't fit. You know, she's got bad skin. You know, she just cuts down this girl, which is kind of sad. It's kind of fucking sad, all right? Whenever when you do that to someone, you know, I know it's an internal monologue. Like, the other girl doesn't get to hear this, but Katie is thinking this stuff. She's cutting down this girl in front of her because this girl's not as pretty as she is, okay? And then all of a sudden she has some revelation. She goes, you know what? I just realized something. No matter how ugly this girl is, no matter how unattractive she is, or how much of a social outcast she is, that's not going to change the fact that she could still beat me in this competition. You see what I mean? So that's her revelation that she just now realized. Okay? So anyway, you know, it's not going to stop the other girl from winning, okay? So she says something to herself, Katie does. She says, ruining Regina's life didn't make me happier. You know, so, you know, and, you know, ruining Regina's life did not make me happier. So just solve the problem that's in front of you. Okay? So whatever the fuck that means. Okay, just solve the problem that's in front of you. Okay, well, she got this hard math problem in front of her, okay? And she fantasizes about Aaron's hair. Yes, Aaron, the boy that she has a crush on. She fantasizes about his hair. Thereby, that gives her the mathematical equation in her imagination to figure out how to solve this difficult math problem, and she gives the right answer, and she wins. Yay! Of course she wins. This is what I'm fucking talking about. Her first math competition, and she fucking won it. Where is the struggle? Where is it? Where's the challenge? This bitch has had everything fucking handed to her, and she's faced no consequences. And I'm supposed to like her? I'm supposed to want her to win? Anyway, the mathletes all get Letterman jackets, which just happens to be in the car already. Like they're supposed to win first and then get the jackets. But apparently they already knew they were going to win, so they already bought the jackets ahead of time and had them made. Okay, so now, of course, everyone hands them out in the parking lot. All right? So, you know, Letterman jacket, and they all go to the prom anyway. They go to the spring fling dance anyway. Despite the fact that Katie knows she's grounded, she decides to go from winning the math competition to going straight to the dance in her fucking Mathletes Letterman jacket. All right? Okay. And, you know, Miss Norsberry notices that Katie's a little bit conflicted about going to the dance. I mean, she is grounded after all. She did do some fucked up shit, right? And Miss Norsberry gives her some very good wisdom here. She drops a very good wisdom here. She says, you know what, Katie? You can't punish yourself forever. Since when the fuck has she ever been punished? When you're punished, you're not allowed to go to competitions. You're not allowed to go to the dance. You're not allowed to leave your fucking house. Oh, but she's you know what? That's nothing compared to the punishment she dealt out to other people in this movie. Okay? You know, that's it right there. Whenever you fuck up, for all you ladies and men that are watching this, whenever you fuck up, whenever you hurt other people, lie to them, manipulate them, cheat on them, you know, steal from them, all that stuff you do, you know what? It'll be okay. You know why? Because you can always just forgive yourself. Now everything's back to normal. It's like it never even happened. Because that's how real life fucking works, right? You don't believe me? Try it. See what happens. It's okay, because I forgive myself. You know, Tina Fey, you wrote this to fucking help girls. You wrote this to fucking teach girls a lesson about life? I don't think you even fucking know the lesson you're trying to teach here. All right. First of all, okay, Katie not punish herself for, okay, first of all, she didn't punish herself. Her parents fucking punished her. And they punished her for what she did. Why are there no real fucking parents in this fucking movie? Yeah. All right. I'm getting really mad. Okay. I'm going to stop my review right here, but I'll be back to continue my review of Mean Girls, this fucking abortion. I thank you very much for watching this long, and I'll see you soon on the next one. Bye.